What I wish I knew at 12 instead of 21. Imagine being a kid in the early 90s, discovering the magic of video games for the first time. The excitement of inserting a coin into an arcade machine, the thrill of seeing the screen light up, and the joy of controlling a character on the screen. These were the moments that defined a generation. But where did it all begin? Let's take a journey back in time to uncover the origins of video games. The story of video games is not just about the games themselves, but also about the people who created them, the technology that made them possible, and the cultural impact they had on society. From the early days of simple pixelated graphics to the complex immersive worlds we see today, video games have come a long way. So, let's dive in and explore the fascinating history of this incredible medium, the birth of video games. It's a story filled with innovation, creativity, and a bit of serendipity. The journey of video games began long before they became a household staple. It's a tale that intertwines with the evolution of technology and the human desire for entertainment. The early pioneers of video games were often scientists and engineers who were experimenting with new ways to use computers. They were driven by a passion for discovery and a desire to push the boundaries of what was possible. These early experiments laid the foundation for the video game industry, and their impact can still be felt today. As we look back on the history of video games, it's important to remember the contributions of these early innovators and the challenges they faced in bringing their visions to life. It all started in 1958 when a physicist created a simple tennis game on a giant computer. This physicist was William Higginbotham, and he probably had no idea that his creation would lay the groundwork for an entire industry. The game, called Tennis for Two, was a simple simulation of a tennis match displayed on an oscilloscope. It was a far cry from the complex graphics and immersive gameplay we see today, but it was a start. Higginbotham's game was designed to entertain visitors at the Brookhaven National Laboratory, and it did just that. People were fascinated by the idea of interacting with a screen, and this fascination would only grow in the coming decades. Higginbotham's work was a glimpse into the future, showing that computers could be used for more than just calculations and data processing. It was a small step, but it set the stage for the development of more sophisticated games and the birth of the video game industry. Fast forward to 1972, and Pong hit the arcades, sparking a gaming revolution. Pong, created by Atari, was the first commercially successful video game. It was a simple two-dimensional table tennis game, but it captured the imagination of the public. Arcades began popping up everywhere, and people of all ages flocked to them to try their hand at this new form of entertainment. Pong's success proved that there was a market for video games, and it paved the way for future innovations. The game's creator, Nolan Bushnell, saw the potential for video games to become a major form of entertainment, and he was right. Pong's success led to the creation of more arcade games, each one more innovative and exciting than the last. The arcade era was a time of rapid growth and experimentation, with game developers constantly pushing the limits of what was possible. It was a golden age for video games, and it laid the foundation for the industry we know today. By the 80s, classics like Pac-Man were taking the world by storm. Pac-Man, created by Namco, was a game changer. It introduced the concept of a character-driven game and became a cultural phenomenon. The game's simple yet addictive gameplay, combined with its colorful graphics and catchy music, made it an instant hit. Pac-Man fever swept the globe, and the game became a symbol of the 1980s. The success of Pac-Man showed that video games could be more than just a passing fad. They could become a lasting part of popular culture. The game's creator, Toru Iwatani, wanted to create a game that would appeal to a wide audience, and he succeeded beyond his wildest dreams. Pac-Man's success opened the door for other character-driven games, and it helped to establish video games as a legitimate form of entertainment. The 1980s were a time of rapid growth and innovation in the video game industry, with new games and new technologies constantly being developed. It was an exciting time to be a gamer, and the impact of this era can still be felt today, and Mario were taking over living rooms. The 1980s also saw the rise of home gaming consoles. Nintendo's release of the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, in 1985, brought video games into the living room. With iconic games like Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Metroid, the NES became a must-have for any household. Mario, the plucky plumber created by Shigeru Miyamoto, became the face of video gaming. His adventures in the Mushroom Kingdom captivated players and solidified Nintendo's place in gaming history. The success of the NES showed that video games could be a major part of home entertainment, and it paved the way for future consoles like the Sega Genesis and the Sony PlayStation. The home console era was a time of rapid growth and innovation, with new games and new technologies constantly being developed. It was an exciting time to be a gamer, and the impact of this era can still be felt today. The success of the NES also showed that video games could be a major part of popular culture, influencing everything from movies and music to fashion and art. The impact of video games on popular culture cannot be overstated, and it all started with the humble NES. From humble beginnings to a multi-billion-dollar industry, video games have come a long way. The journey from Tennis for Two to the latest blockbuster titles has been nothing short of extraordinary. The video game industry has grown exponentially, with advancements in technology leading to more immersive and realistic gaming experiences. Today, video games are a major part of popular culture, influencing everything from movies and music to fashion and art. The industry has also become a significant economic force, generating billions of dollars in revenue each year. The rise of online gaming and the advent of new technologies like virtual reality and augmented reality have pushed the boundaries of what is possible in gaming. The future of video games is bright, with new innovations and new experiences constantly being developed. The impact of video games on society cannot be overstated, and it all started with the humble beginnings of Tennis for Two and Pong. The journey of video games is a testament to the power of innovation and creativity, and it shows that anything is possible with a little bit of imagination and a lot of hard work. The future of gaming is bright, with new technologies like virtual reality and augmented reality pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Esports have become a global phenomenon, with professional gamers competing for millions of dollars in prize money. The gaming community is more vibrant and diverse than ever, with players from all walks of life coming together to share their passion. As we look to the future, it's clear that video games will continue to evolve and inspire. So let's celebrate the past, present, and future of gaming together. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more gaming history. As we continue to explore the rich history of video games, we'll uncover more fascinating stories and milestones that have shaped the industry.